Okay, we're rolling. Um, I just want to make this video real quick for you. I try to keep it brief. Um, I'm going to get to, you're going to want to see what I got to show you about the foam. But first, before I do that, I wanted to talk to you all about the difference between recall and warranty. Okay, so this question is coming up online. People are like, they're afraid to make the decision, to take the foam out of their machine because they're concerned about their warranty. But this is a recall. This is not a warranty. And the difference between a recall and a warranty, with a warranty, you might say, well, my machine quit working or did something or another, and you call them and they look at and say, well, see if you're under warranty or not. But with a recall, this is a safety matter. Okay, so with a recall, they're being forced to deal with this situation. They have no choice. Okay, so when I made the decision, and I made the decision for myself, not saying what you should do, but I decided to pull the foam out of my machine using one of the methods that I saw online. I made that decision for myself, but I wasn't concerned about the recall. I wasn't concerned that it was going to avoid the recall because that doesn't make any sense. How can you're going to avoid a recall because I'm trying to protect my health by taking the foam out on my own, knowing that it's going to be a year that I'm going to be without my medical device. You see where I'm going with this? It just does not make sense that they would void your recall because you tried to take the foam out. Okay, so I just, you make your own decision about whether you want to um, take the foam out. That's up to you. Nobody is going to tell you to take the foam out of your. That's another point I want to make. Nobody's going to tell you to do that. If you're waiting for somebody to say, "Hey, you need to do that," nobody's going to do that. It's a disclaimer thing. You just nobody. You get just sometimes you got to make decisions for yourself. Okay. Now, along that lines, I did notice whenever I used a Dremel tool to like do the cut. I cut when I did mine. I cut the inside. You'll look through all the videos and you'll see they kind of advanced. First they did it one way, then somebody tried another way, and so the method I used, I cut with a Dremel tool on the inside, and it was a little messy. Because I had to go with triangles. I couldn't make like nice, neat little squares. But also, when I did, I noticed there's some plastic. So the Dremel tool like turning. Some plastic came and hit me in the face. So definitely wear eye protection if you're gonna. I had glasses on, so you want to wear something because that plastic's gonna start flying, and you don't want to get hit in the eye with it. That's my point. Okay, now then, then I'm gonna finish this up, but I want to show you. This is what this video is really all about. First of all, I'll show you my foam. This is the foam, and when I went to take it out, it disintegrated. I was using the So Clean, which uses an ozone, so that could have something to do with the deterioration. Okay, but that doesn't mean you're safe because you didn't have it still is known to fall apart, as I understand it. So, definitely, but you're probably higher risk if you have of it, fall apart. Moreover, if you have that So Clean or one of the ozone cleaners. Okay, now, secondly, I also want to point out I had experience. I thought I was like, it's like, why can't I just drink some water? Because I get felt like a little dryness in my lungs. And I didn't know why. But there was one night that I had experienced, like, it felt like I had breathed in some lint. And it's like, how did the lint get, you know? So the next morning I cleaned, well, actually, not even that night, I pulled my filter out and put a new filter in, the little filter on the side uh, that's meant to clean the air. This filter, this is a sound suppression filter. They say that the air doesn't actually go through this, but it goes by it, so it could pick up. It could pick, and did pick up. And I'm going to show you that next. Okay, so I had at one point, just weeks prior to hearing, I'd say about 6 weeks prior to hearing about the recall, I had changed some tubing, and also, well, actually, I changed my mask. Okay, well, this is something I had seen this one night. I can't remember what, but weeks prior I had seen this, and then I had changed my mask a few weeks before. So if you look, I don't know if you can see this. Oh, maybe catch it right there. You see that little bit of black right there? I thought it was lint the first time I saw it. And you'll also see it. See this right here by this clip? So this clip goes on here like this. If you're right, that's where the foam was showing up. Now, that's telling me this is right up in the mask area. So, yes, I was breathing this stuff in, very definitely. And I'm not here to bash Philips over this. I just, I'm not sure how this happened, but I'm not here to bash them over it. I just I want you to know that just taking that foam out might not be enough. There is You want to check your tubing. You don't want any of this. And by the way, I was telling you I had that little kind of feeling in me, like I had just a little, it's just like a little dryness or something. And I didn't even bring it up with my pulmonologist. But anyway, it went away after 2 or 3 days. So I think breathing it out, I just needed a chance to not be breathing it in at night. So, so yeah, there's that. The other thing. So yeah, I mean, the tubing's disposable, and I hadn't seen any inside the tubing, but I mean, like especially this has got all these little coil things here. It could be stuck in there. So I took off my tubing that I had after I took the foam out, and then also I I got the it's a humidity exchange. I can't think of the name of it. Humidity exchange filter, basically, and it goes up near the mask. Some people are talking about this other filter, um, antibacterial filter, I think it is, that you can put on them. And some people are saying, well, we just put that on there and we can go ahead and run. I don't know. You just look at your risk factors. Um, I'm so glad I took the foam out. I am so glad. But you do need to be a little bit of. I'm not like handy man, but I'm handy enough that I was able to do it, and it wasn't difficult for me. But do follow the instructions carefully if you decide to do it. And I'm not saying you should do it. It's like I said, nobody's going to tell you to do this for yourself. It's just not going to happen. You know, you're on your own. You have to make decisions for yourself. That's the way it works sometimes. Okay? So I think I've covered all my bases. And if anybody shares this, I thank you for sharing it, especially. Um, I just wanted to get this word out. I do want people to know about this because of the to see what that looks like. So when you hear people like me say you need to change your tubing, this is what we're talking about. Get just go ahead and get rid of that tubing, and then I'm not saying that makes it safe because if you still got the filter in there, you might not be safe, you know, but even if you take the filter out, if you don't change your tubing, you might still be getting a little bit in you. And I don't know. I think you breathe it out. Honestly, from my experience, if I felt like I breathed it out, I just kept was breathing it in new every night and breathe it out in the daytime, breathe it in at night, and I think that's the way it went. So I hope this video was informative to you, and good luck with your project. Just tell me how things are going down there in the comment section. All right. Thank you. I'm signing off here. Good luck to you all.